Hi, Mark here. Thursday, February the 26th, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. GMT. US session now underway. Let's have a look at the US dollar index. Small green candlestick, gap lower to start. If let's zoom in on the hourly, there you can see US dollar started strong. Support at 97.41, resistance up at 97.70, but seems to be giving up some of those gains now, sitting at 97.60. And again, that sideways range look to the US dollar index between 97.50 and 98, continuing so far. Today, US dollar did start strong, giving up those gains now going into the US session. We'll see how that plays out now that the US session is underway. Buyers will be looking up at the 97.70 or higher, even up to that descending trend line if it can break higher. Alternatively, sellers, if they continue from what we saw yesterday, sellers will look down at the 97.41 support level. Let's have a look at the S&P. Strong day yesterday. Demand for US equities across the board. Today, slight gap lower to start in the futures market, but demand again like yesterday and sitting at yesterday's resistance, matching yesterday's resistance at 6,965. Support so far today at 6,941. Wall Street's opening up in an hour and a half. We'll see whether this demand for US equities continues and buyers break above the resistance, perhaps even test this descending trend line. Alternatively, a bounce down from this area would see sellers looking down at the support at 6,941, but certainly on the front foot to start now that US session is open and testing the 6,965 resistance level. Let's have a look at gold. Gold was flat yesterday, hung around the previous day's close at the 5,150 area, now sitting at 5,171 in a very tight range to start today. 5,204 is resistance. Buyers will look to test break above this 5,200 and continue with the uptrend that we're seeing. If there's a turnaround and sellers do step in, they'll be looking to test the 5,151 support level. But you can see gold stabilizing over the past few days, hang around this 5,170 level for now going into the US session. Brent oil, a big sell-off today in Brent oil, and that's following 4 or 5 days of sideways activity around the $71 mark. Sell-off today from $71 all the way down to 69.45, testing that support and moving that little bit lower right now. I've got support 63.39. It's broken below the recent higher low, which I had in from a few days ago. And this is going into the talks in Geneva right now between US, Iran. We'll see how that plays out. For now, the uptrend being reversed at this stage, matching also some relevant resistance levels. We'll see how this plays out. If the sell-off does continue, or if we're going to get a bounce and a turnaround in demand for oil off this support level here at the 69.39 level, buyers will look way up at the resistance at $71. I don't think it's that much the technicals now. I think it's all about the fundamentals, and we'll wait to hear for new developments out of Geneva. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Strong day yesterday, broke above the recent string of red days and lower highs. Yesterday broke above that, broke above the descending trend line I had in for February, unable to maintain above there. We'll see at current levels at 68,000. I've got resistance at 69,600. That's the level buyers will be looking to test, break above that level, get back above the 70,000, 72,000 on the upside. If sellers do step in, we'll see price action come below, once again, below this descending trend line, and sellers can look all the way down at support sitting at the 63,000 area. The breakout yesterday, been a long time since we've had a strong move like that. We'll see whether that can be maintained today. Good trading. Keep that discipline. I'll see you at the end of today's session.